Hello, welcome back. It is I, Dr. Slava, and this is one of the many videos of What's Up Doc, Dentist Confession or DS Confessions, as you guys see it sometimes on Instagram. Today's video, I wanted to talk about 2021 per my husband, Ehab, and I'll share with you our observations and our concerns and the things we went through as a small business and as leaders of our team, going through the struggles and the challenges every single day. To me, 2021 is a healing year coming out of COVID in 2020. I call it a PTSD year. And unfortunately, looking back at 2021, coming out of the 2020 COVID, some of us came out stronger, came out more driven, came out more motivated, and came out even more emotionally satisfied with what they have achieved in 2020. But not so much for some of us. And that makes us a little bit sad because that group of people very close to us and were part of our family, were part of our team, they just didn't have the ability to handle the post-traumatic stress of it after COVID. Because some of us doesn't have the ability to embrace change. And don't get me wrong, I mean, COVID, I think, is the disease of our lifetime, at least my lifetime as a middle-aged person. But for some of us, because of fear and anxiety, it's almost rejecting to accept the fact that COVID is a real pandemic, and it's killing people. And as a result, making them a lot more cautious, making them a lot more nervous, making them a lot more anxious, and make them, honestly, a lot more depressed. And because of all conspiracies, the political conspiracies about it, and, depending on, as far as science, who you listen to and who you don't listen to, or how you listen to things, or how you process things, or how you process the data that you are actually reading. So that, as a result, will convey to some of us as something really depressing, something we don't want to deal with, something we don't want to embrace or we don't want to accept. And that's not reflection on anybody that it just doesn't want to do anything about it. But me and my husband were talking, and some of the people that we consider dear to us is not with us anymore, whether gone, unfortunately lost them to COVID, or went through COVID, and that made them even more anxious and more suspicious of the medical field, or they're hiding, they don't want to come out. So 2020 was almost somebody pulled the rugs from underneath us, and everything around us, everything that we know, just flew all over the place. And as we're flying, we're trying to grab on, trying to retain some of the stuff that we lost and grab on the things that's important to us. Unfortunately, we lost some of the stuff, but some of us maintained something, whether it's motivation, like I said, whether it's a drive, whether it's, an opportunity. I know a lot of people that changed their careers completely because of COVID, and they're happier now. I know MDs quit their jobs and they're delivering flowers, but they're happier. They didn't realize how unhappy they are, or they didn't realize how stressed they were pre-COVID. So all I'm saying is the fear and anxiety that we see every day, a whole lot of uncomfortable discussions that we had with whether patients or some people, that we want to make them comfortable within the new surroundings, or what we call the new normal, made us go down that route, discussing why we're not some of us are not embracing that this is real. And if you want to bring back the normalcy to your life, you got to protect yourself, whether protect yourself with, boosting immunity through functional medicine or acupuncture, that's fine. Do holistic medicine, that's fine. Through meditation, through therapy, through vaccine, through the fact that you just want to wait and see, that's just your choice. But it doesn't change the fact that 2021, if I look back at it and see how certain people managed to heal the 2020 trauma that we went through, it's very, very interesting. But part of it's sad too, because some of the people that, like I said, I know, did not gain that strength from that experience. Unfortunately, they're suffering. Unfortunately, they are, like I said, still scared. They don't know what to do. They don't know who they should listen to, kind of lost. And I try to reach out and talk to them from a scientific point of view and with my observational data, my husband being a scientist, reading data all the time. We try to reach out to these people and tell them, like, we don't want to see you unhappy or depressed. Maybe you can do this, maybe you can do that. But it is very interesting year. I know 2020 was like the craziness of the COVID thing, but 2021 to me was more interesting from a humanity point of view, to see who ended up with what and how people ended up in the midst of coming out of a pandemic, I mean, I know I grew up in Saudi Arabia and we got vaccinated all the time, seasonally almost, like diphtheria and malaria and stuff coming from all three continents, Africa, Asia, and India. India is not a continent, but it's part of Asia. But, they just like from the highly populated traveling people coming through Saudi, going into Europe and going through Africa. But it's hard for a generation that never been through, or somebody that never been through that experience, to say, yeah, this is like let's just get this done. It was like, what is this? Like, we never had to deal with that before. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You're not alone. We see it every single day, whether through our patients, our team, even ourselves. And yes, I'm vaccinated, I'm boosted too, but sometimes I sit and wonder, what if COVID never happened? Where were we be at this point? What would the world be? How much COVID have halted and paused in the world? But I hope that makes you feel better. Like I said, you're not alone. We embrace it, we acknowledge it, we know it's out there. And whatever you guys decide on, we support you 100%, because we love you and we want you to be safe and want you to be happy. So I'm out of time, and I'll catch you in the next video.